Heads up, looks like a Keck construct. That's the last of these news receivers. Let's go tell Davis.
This tech just gets weirder.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Pathfinder, got a minute? The Nexus science team is completely blown away by what you found in the Remnant City. It's a tremendous find, Ryder. The team asked me to pass on their thanks.
I hope we can learn something that will help us.
There's already talk of hybridizing our food crops with Jardan-created plants. You know, the discovery of the Angaran origins have made me think hard about creation. If the Jardan were capable of creating life, then what does that say about God?
You're wondering if he could be just a scientist?
What if our creator is just like the Jardan, advanced but mortal, fallible?
If you want to keep believing in a higher power who isn't just an advanced species, you'll find a way. You haven't had proof of a god before now. Why would this change that? Your faith will bridge the gaps.
Uh-huh. You're saying I'll find some way to convince or delude myself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, you're right. That's what faith is. And I'm okay with that. I want to believe in something bigger than I am. So I will. Strangely, that makes me feel better about the whole thing.
Approaching one of the ideal probe locations, Pathfinder. We've arrived at a Scourge nav point appropriate for data collection.
Data collection commencing.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe.
Intense Scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. The data collection probe is prepped whenever you're ready, Ryder. Approaching one of the ideal probe locations, Pathfinder. We've arrived at a Scourge nav point appropriate for data collection.
Probe is in position. Pathfinder, I have analyzed the results of the Scourge energy pattern model.
And?
This is how you get Meridian. Access the bridge whenever you're ready. You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
More tests? You said...
I know what I...
Doc, I'm missing 3 lungs. Who gives a shit about protein levels?
I do.
Just let her worry about you, old man.
It's my night off.
Just checking in. What are you reading?
Harry's latest report on Sarah. She's restless, but on the mend.
So you're not really taking the night off.
Work-life balance has never been my strong suit.
You're in a new galaxy. Perfect time to change old habits.
If only it were that simple. How do you do it? Be both Scott and the Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, doctor. They're just titles, not who we are.
I don't know who I am if I'm not a doctor.
You're only what, 200 years old? You've got time to find out.
I'm in engineering.
I'd just feel better if the Tempest had a main gun.
Hull's not built for it. The recoil will blow out all our fancy windows.
What defenses does the ship have?
Kinetic barriers to handle space debris, the stealth drive.
And us.
So my buddy Jill, who, by the way, can't stop singing your praises, wants to have a baby. And, stop me if you've heard this one before, she asked me if I'd father it.
Wow, that's huge.
Right?
What the hell are you going to do?
I don't know. I'm still in the freaking out phase. Would it be totally crazy if I said yes?
I don't think it's crazy.
I mean, we're already family. I get her, she gets me, and we support each other unconditionally.
Wanting to give someone what they want most in the world is love, Gil.
I hear you. And you know I've been thinking about it, Ryder. Becoming a dad. I don't want to just be a donor. Bringing a kid into the world wouldn't be enough for me. I'd want to raise the child with Jill.
Sounds like you know what you want.
Yeah. It's funny, you can think until you're blue in the face. Sometimes you just gotta trust your gut.
I'm very happy for you, Gil. For both of you.
Thanks, Ryder. Or should I say, Uncle Pathfinder.
Approximating remnant ship dynamics. Sam?
Building predictive model.
Between the remnant city Meridian and however the Scourge fits in, pardon my Martian, but it's all weird as shite.
Just the relevant data, Suvi. Do we have it or not?
Ryder, we have it. I mean, we will. With this.
The mother of all navigational aids.
Take that back to the remnant city, find an override, and their ships will fly the same vector as Meridian.
With correction for the Scourge, you'll have its exact location.
The heart of the Vault network. We can do it.
Cora wanted to check in with you.
I think I could handle it.
Your brain's rattled enough.
Come on. One headbutt. We'll keep Lexi on standby.
I'm not condoning any of this.
A straight shot at Meridian. You know the Archon won't make this easy. But neither will we. Let's see what he's got. And punch right through.
Keep it flexible, then hit where it hurts. Works for me.
We have everything we need. I think we always did. Once we get to Meridian, we'll need to figure out what's next. Whatever's there has to be big. I hope I'm ready enough.
I don't know what we'll find, but I trust you to meet it with everything you've got.
Right. Okay. I can't forget that someone built the Scourge weapon and chose to use it. Those forces are at work here. But Meridian first. Everything else will fall as it may. We'll show them how it's done, Pathfinder. Always do.
Suvi, did you ever meet Jen Garson?
I shook her hand once at a fundraiser and then blurted something about wanting to look under her dress. Shoot.
Embassy has been established on Aya, marking a major diplomatic success for the initiative. Nexus representatives are now working directly with the Angarans to learn more about both the cluster and the Kett. This is HNS. I'm sorry, Lana. Anonymous. Thanks for your help with those receivers. Our signal's strong, and our message is clear.
Talk to you later, Davis.
I'll be here.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
I know my rights.
When will you remain silent?
Apex team leaders reporting back. Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Yes? Lieutenant Syax, right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people and assets you're setting up out there. We don't have a good sense of what we're up against, and could benefit from your experience.
I'll have Sam upload our insights on the Kett, Remnant, and Outlaw forces we've encountered.
Thanks. You'll see. Apex will make a difference.
Supply request is in. Half ammo today. Focus on melee.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director 10 of your status.
Thank you for the nails. They didn't phase Cash.
I'm worried about this place if the Ket find you.
Then we defend the city. It's all we can do here. You just keep the Good job on the outpost. Maybe Addison will lighten up.
What do you mean?
She's been pretty upset about not having an initiative outpost established yet. Understandable, if you ask me. I'm just glad she's got work to focus on now.
Nothing more for now.
See you later.
Pathfinder, may I have a word?
What is it?
You're out there, facing the Ket. We hear only rumors making them out to be monsters. Maybe they just don't understand us. Do you think peace could ever be possible?
We don't know the future. Given time, I'd like to think there's always a chance.
If you have hope, I'll have hope. I hope I live to see it. Thank you for your time.
Showdown on Kadara. Rivals vie for power.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So yes, after that, the Ket tightened security. I've only just got back.
They must be afraid you're close to figuring out exaltation.
A comforting thought.
So you're finding out the Ket's dirty exaltation secrets?
And, if we're lucky, a way to stop it. I meant to thank you for the star maps.
Oh, of course. I'll be charting the Scourge for a while, though Ryder's data from the vaults is helping.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
You're still looking for stasis pods?
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor, and figure out how to prepare them.
I don't think this is a job you can prepare for. You live it, and do your best.
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Ha. Guess so.
For now, friends, I need your help. The first wine bottled in Andromeda, sent back to the Nexus.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Seemed worthy of our first proper meeting together. If we have a toast.
To the great adventure, and all the mysteries waiting for us.
Ryder?
Captain Hager? Or is it Pathfinder Hager now?
Well, I have the title, but I've only begun the training. There's so much to learn.
We stagnate when we stop learning.
There's no risk of that. What can I do for you?
What are you working on now?
After what we went through, the Solarian path is clear. We came so close to suffering as the Angara suffered. It's our mandate to figure out exaltation. I already have a task force studying the Ket to that end.
Understanding exaltation is paramount to survival here.
In and of itself, it is the greatest threat we face. I will share all our findings.
How has it been, learning the ways of the Pathfinders?
You make it sound like a mystical order. Now that my SAM has been realized, it's like being hit by a tidal wave. But it's all starting to make sense. It's actually comforting, like I have a partner helping me face it all.
How are your people adjusting to life here?
My people are waking up and going into mourning. For the thousands lost and, of course, for Reika. She was beloved. They said goodbye to everyone back home, went to sleep for 600 years, only to face this. But we are not the first, just among the many.
I know Reika was well loved. Have your people embraced you?
They know I share their reverence for her. They know I mourn with them. But the sense of security she inspired, that will take time to find again. Restoring that is what drives me. Only then will I have honored her.
Nice talking with you, Hager.
And with you, Ryder.
I can't believe how much the Solarians suffered. Is there any monstrosity the Ket won't stoop to? Hager's so nervous about taking over from Reika. I can't blame him, but I'm proof it can be done.
I get the sense you draw a lot of strength from your faith.
I do. It's a comfort to know I'm never alone. Though I suppose now, with my Sam, that's doubly true. Do you have any particular beliefs?
I do. I understand what you mean.
Then I hope we both find what we seek.
I haven't run into Sarissa yet. Do you know where she is?
I don't. She took her weapons and armor and left without a word.
Will she be all right?
I pray she will. Sarissa has a powerful spirit, but this hurt her terribly. I almost feel sorry for the next Ket she sees.
What's your mission, now that you're a Pathfinder?
I'll be exploring and charting the Scourge. I want to drive the Ket out of their hiding places. Goddess willing, that data module will be worth the price we paid.
How does it feel to be back on the Nexus finally?
It feels... After living so long on an ark that was falling apart, I'm not used to feeling safe. But I can breathe. See the people I'm here to help. This is home.
Good luck, Pathfinder.
Goddess go with you.
So it's official? You're part of our little club?
I know I was reluctant, but it was the right call. Thanks for the push.
I know you make Mason proud.
I'm trying.
How have you been since HO47C?
Fine, I'm fine.
Keep internalizing your feelings and you're bound to explode. Doesn't have to be me, but you should talk to someone.
I talked to Sam.
That's a start. Pathfinder versus Spectre. How does it compare?
They're completely different beasts. As a Spectre, I worked in the shadows. Intel was on a need-to-know basis. Here, everyone's looking to me. Looking to me. It's all out in the open.
Which do you prefer?
Being a Spectre was easier, but being a Pathfinder's more rewarding.
Any luck finding other survivors from Natanis?
Brought in another batch yesterday. Still too many unaccounted for, but we're getting there.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
How's life on the Nexus treating you?
Running water and rations. It's a beautiful thing. I can tell people are still shook up from the uprising, but compared to Varl, things almost feel normal.
So, how are you finding the new post?
Not used to having people question my actions, but I like the challenge. More than I thought I would.
Any regrets?
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play diplomat with Tan. Back in the Milky Way, I would have punched sense into that worm. Now, I use my words. I'm a changed man.
Good seeing you, Avitus.
Stay safe out there.
things going with Arclusinia?
Species are at odds. As talk
But the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outpost can't come back.
wait it out until demands are met. This is
You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Ryder, as I said before, you have more than proven your mettle as a Pathfinder. You stand on the threshold of greatness. If Meridian is everything you believe, our salvation is near. I always knew great things were in store for you. Did you have some other business?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Pathfinder.
Arc Parchero advises that power consumption is nominal.
the first child born to a Milky Way species in Helios. The healthy human baby, born on a shuttle in space, is a welcome bit of good news after so many lives lost out here. This is HNS.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
What a mess.
At my age.
You're back.
My arrest was a clerical error. Translation, our heroic Pathfinder took an interest and now you're bad PR. Truth hurts. A Pathfinder can handle the dangers out there. For us ordinary people, it's too much. I want to finish the documentary, take a stand for what matters. But what is that? What's best for the initiative?
Hopes and dreams got us to Andromeda. Let's get everyone dreaming even bigger.
Okay, have your Sam give me everything it recorded in that remnant city. I'll cut it into a great adventure, heroic explorers, fiendish Ket, and the deadly beauty of Andromeda. Thanks, Ryder, for everything.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. On behalf of the Nexus, I welcome you to the Cultural Center. Please have a look
Pathfinder,
around.
thank you for arranging my access to the Cultural Center.
We hope you'll enjoy
There's so much to study here. It would take a lifetime.
There's thousands of years of history before humans even arrive on the scene.
That would be a nice full-time job.
But you've already got one.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you could visit.
Welcome back.
Speak with one of our friendly
Hello
peace
again.
ambassadors.
What do you think of the Angara?
Questions you may have.
I'm thrilled to meet a new
eager to
culture.
learn more about your own
They're
culture.
cautious, but I understand why. If someone showed up on our doorstep in the Milky Way, we'd be skeptical too. I hope we can win them over. Cement a friendship. I suppose that's on you, Pathfinder.
Thanks.
Of course.
This is amazing. I can't believe we made it.
Should I apply for an outpost?
Hail the man of the hour.
What did I do?
Word is you killed that traitor, Sloane Kelly. Just wanted to say thanks.
I'm not the one who killed her.
Not how I heard it. Just accept the pat on the back, all right? She got what she deserved.
I can't believe you said Hi, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to
Hey,
Nexus.
Pathfinder.
We ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing. Then we'll have you on your
Hi.
way.
Gil Brody is your engineer, right?
That's right.
I'm Bailey. I used to work with him in the hangars here. You wouldn't happen to know if he's available, would you?
Depends on what you mean. His duties keep him pretty busy.
No, I mean like a... Oh, never mind. Just tell him I said hi, huh?
Not a scratch on me, not like... Does anyone know if our Pathfinder is still alive?
I couldn't say, sir. You're clear to go.
Your entry, you must already have obtained medical clearance.
Next.
Dutch could use.
Ryder? As sleepers wake from stasis.
Jarl's been asking to talk to you.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
What's it like to have Cash as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her, too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
I'm still getting to know her.
There's no Krogan like my Rushan. She's worth knowing.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now. Centuries. Shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
I'd like to know about Morta.
She leads the colony, Clan Nakmor. We adopted her in a few centuries ago. Morta's a fine warlord, proud but practical. As long as Tan doesn't have say over the clan, you'll be able to talk her back into the initiative. Something's gonna have to get done about Spender, though, or it'll get ugly again.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
I have no problems believing that.
Yeah, she told me off good. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going, self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Tan wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
What's the strategy for not losing your progress?
There isn't one. If you land on the snake's head, you just go to its tail. No strategy. I didn't say it was a good game. I just meant the analogy of...
And who decided ladders would only go one way? In what world do ladders only go one way?
Hello, Scott. Have you come to see if I'm finally broken? To see what discovering that my people were invented has done to me?
Just here if you need to talk. I can't imagine what you're feeling.
I've been staring out the window, trying to figure that out.
That's new.
True. Angara are usually very free with our feelings.
Not talking about all Angara. I'm talking about you.
I'm numb. I'm in awe. There's a peace in knowing that though the universe is beyond your understanding, it doesn't need your understanding to function. That you may even have a hidden destiny.
Does it matter? Your people aren't shackled to this new discovery.
I agree. We don't owe anything to the Jardin. Our destiny is our own. I'm not broken, Ryder. I'm excited. The Angara were created for a purpose. We were given vaults and golden worlds. All these advanced tools. And there is nothing the Ket can do about it. The future holds more for the Angara than a never-ending war on the Ket. Much more.
Those bony bastards will put up a fight.
Let them. It doesn't matter if we were created by a god, reborn from our ancestors, or exist as the dream of an AI superpower. This discovery changes nothing except ourselves. And that's
everything.
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Well, you're not getting it. Your incompetence isn't my problem. Just do your job.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not fair to take it out on me.
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
He was pretty abusive towards you. Is that normal?
Yes, he's horrible. Working with him is a total nightmare. Just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supplies we need to keep the stasis pods going.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh hadn't stepped in and threatened to airlock him, it would have been a disaster. He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's something I can do?
A man like that's bound to have some dirt. I wish Tan and Addison could see it. Things have gotten so bad that Kesh had to literally kick him out of engineering.
How literal are we talking here?
Boot to ass. Oh, it was glorious. We need him gone, but as incompetent as Spender is at his job, he's insanely good at keeping it. Kesh can tell you more.
on Aya, marking a major diplomatic success for the initiative. Nexus representatives are now working directly with the Angarans to learn more about both the cluster and the Kent. This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to move them around.
I'm worried about this place if they can't find you.
Dell told me you saw her arguing with Spender. Pyjack's doing his best to throttle my department.
How's he getting away with that?
Spender doesn't know the first thing about engineering, but he knows how to play people. More importantly, he still talks to the exiles. I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it without your help.
This needs to be investigated.
I'm glad someone thinks so. Talk to Kandros. He likely has security footage, some kind of evidence. But you'll have to convince him to authorize release.
Nothing more for now.
Try not to die out there.
The initiative has found the Solarian.
Well, those families are out of stasis. I know because we're cutting rations for Apex.
My decision's made, Kandros.
And now everyone thinks protesting is how we get stuff done. Excuse me. I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanis? What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
True. We've got survivors to find and a new Pathfinder out in the field. I'll take it. I owe you for this, Ryder. They'd still be lost without you.
I was told I should talk to you about the mutiny.
I wasn't on the Nexus when it happened. I started reading up on it, but you know how things get around here.
Do you know where Spender was during that time?
Why Spender? Wait, you think he might have had something to do with the mutiny?
Maybe. Just trying to sort things out.
You know, the logs I did look through showed a few discrepancies. I meant to dig deeper. If you're investigating, how about I give you access to the security vid archives?
Thank you.
Anything else?
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
No, I don't want to talk to the spokesperson. I want to talk to you.
Huh, this file won't play. Sam, can you boost the quality?
Processing. Playback initiated.
Wait, is he handing something over to one of the mutineers?
Take this. It'll help you the armory. Don't.
I am sorry, Pathfinder. This backup file is corrupted. The audio tracks are heavily degraded. Someone may have deleted the original, and this version was restored during a system-wide reset.
Can we prove this? Or is it just a theory?
A theory. While I cannot restore any more audio, the location appears to be Kadara.
How do you figure?
In common parlance, lip reading.
Good job. We're bound to find something there. Let's go confront him.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Ryder, is it? William Spender. Apologies if we met before. I meet a lot of people running colonial affairs.
Running colonial affairs? I thought you were the assistant director.
That's right. Assistant to Addison. So we know who does all the real work.
There's evidence tying you to some pretty shady things, Spender. I saw the footage. You were handing something off?
What footage? From Gavorkum? Routine business meeting. Whoever you're talking to clearly has an axe to grind. And frankly, a Pathfinder shouldn't be wasting time on a witch hunt. You'd be wise to let this be.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Hello again, Pathfinder.
I've been digging, and there are serious concerns about Spender.
And this relates to your job as Pathfinder how?
It relates to your job.
3, 4, 5. Right. I've had a year and a half of doing everything with nothing. 1,000 people riding me. Spender, shit as he is, helps. So, Pathfinder, if you've accusations to make, be certain. I'll drop trouble like a hot rock, but I can't lose people over suspicions. We don't have the people left.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Aiming for success. It sounds pat, but you're living up to the job.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
Did you forget the stink that playing favorites has already caused? Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Yes, Pathfinder.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS. The Turian Ark has been found, but the Turian Pathfinder, Mason Barrow, was reportedly killed shepherding the Ark planetside. Former Spectre Avitus Rix is now expected to assume the role of Pathfinder. This is HNS.
Jarl's been asking to talk to you.
Did you get my message? Doesn't matter. I have exciting news, and I wanted to tell you in person.
Should I sit down?
Is that another idiom? Or... Yes, of course. Do what you like.
Yeah, it's an idiom that means... Never mind.
I've been offered an advancement in the Resistance. And... my own command.
That makes complete sense. Congratulations.
Thank you. My family is very proud. And so am I.
So when did this happen?
Recently. You know that I wasn't satisfied with my position and direction in the Resistance.
Or life.
True. Very true. Yes. After my successes with you, they see me with new eyes. But more importantly, so do I.
So you get your own command?
It's a covert squad, Tech Ops, commanding a small group of elite specialists that infiltrate advanced Ket sites. High danger, high reward.
That's a hard choice to make. I won't stand in your way.
That's kind. It was a hard choice.
Okay then. Should we head back to Aya?
What? Why? I'm not taking the position.
But that's crazy. It's what you wanted.
What I wanted, yes. But not what I needed. Not what I need. With your help, I broke free of expectation. I found my better self.
It's been a pleasure to work with you too.
Funny how chance can change your life in an instant.
I know what you mean.
Your dad would be proud of you, too.
Yeah, hope so.
So, you're stuck with me now. At least until this all plays out. Besides, you need me.
Don't push your luck.
But luck can't be pushed. It comes to us, and... idiom.
Yep.
Shit.
Now orbiting Gadara.
Now that you're rutting like a kid again, let me know if you need the Pathfinder to disappear.
Excuse me?
Just saying, treat her right. I've cut friends loose for less. Goes for you too, Vetra.
Looks like those exiles stole tech from the port. We should be careful. All right. Keep an eye out for anything that might be connected to the poisoning Gara.
We're checking out that camp, right?
I detect an outlaw weapon cache in the area. Scanning will reveal more information.
This weapon cache was headed for the same location as the first.
With more data, I can triangulate the source. There's an outlaw weapon cache here, Pathfinder. I recommend scanning.
Sam, where are these weapons supposed to go?
I have a nav point that could be the source. Adding it to your map. This is the location from the Spender bit, Pathfinder. Anti-vehicular mines ahead. It's best to proceed on foot.
Outlaws. Maybe friends of Spender?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh. We got company!
This is the location from the Spender bit, Pathfinder. Anti-vehicular mines ahead. It's best to proceed on foot.
Outlaws. Maybe friends of Spender?
We got company!
That's not company! That's the Pathfinder!
Spender must have blabbed. Let's get out of here!
Quick, get on the shuttle!
Hurry up!
The shuttle left without
What the? No, wait! Don't leave us! The bastard left! What the hell do we do now?
Of course he did. I guess we fight.
So Spender's been sneaking goods from the Nexus to these exiles. Why?
This Arome seems concerned about something hidden in Spender's apartment on the Nexus.
Rome, I've tangled with that crook before. What's he doing with Spender?
The datapad mentions a scrambler, which would explain the state of the file in the security archives. I highly recommend finding it.
So, find the scrambler, nail Spender. Check. Careful. Whoever rounded up that junk will get territorial if we get close.
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad in the area.
Here they come! So one guy is responsible for both ransoms. I doubt that ended well.
I extracted a nav point from this datapad, adding it to your map.
Let's see how all this turned out. where the nav... This is where the nav point led us? A terminal?
Pathfinder, we're approaching the outlaw camp indicated in the terminal. I detect explosive materials.
Hydra! There's the ship. We need to take it out.
Shooting the fuel source will ignite the shuttle, Pathfinder. exchange point specified in the Outlaw's datapad.
Shit. Guess it turned out exactly like the Outlaw said it would.
Not quite. I'm guessing that's him by the loot.
Pathfinder. There's an additional datapad here.
Welcome back. Now orbiting Gadara.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity. Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term. The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Not sure if violation of privacy is warranted here.
Very well. Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters.
Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions. What do we have here? What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert.
Take a memo for Director Madison.
The Angara have their own problem.
The Asari Ark has been recovered in deep space after nearly being destroyed during a Ket assault. The Lucinia was mostly evacuated by the time Initiative forces intercepted the Ark in the Valais system. This after the Asari Pathfinder, Matriarch Ashara, was killed while attempting negotiations with the Ket. A decision by replacement Pathfinder Sarissa Theris to prioritize Ket data over Ashara's life, construction and repairs continue on various Theris' since been stripped of her title. Authorities have no word on command. Vidaria visitors to avoid affected areas. Is HNS.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
Pathfinder business. Stay calm. And trust me when I say this is serious.
Calm and serious. Check.
I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly.
Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
I've been investigating Spender. Found it in his quarters.
I knew something was up with him. Such an asshole. I hope you fry him.
Help me do it?
You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal. Sorry. Calm and serious. Deep breaths.
Let me know when you're done.
Yes, sir.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
A hostage crisis in hydroponics ended peacefully after the human Pathfinder negotiated an agreement between protesters and Nexus officials. Tensions reached a boiling point after protesters complained their families were being kept in stasis in favor of sleepers with political connections. This is HNS. Nexus exiles find a home.
Drac said he wants to talk to you.
You wanted to talk?
Ryder, I need your help with something.
I get a feeling this is something big.
Yeah, it is. One of our botanists, Hart, called up in a panic. A colony transport has been stolen.
It's a transport. Can't you just replace it?
It's not the transport. It's what's on it. Our seed vault. One of a kind. Without that vault, things get complicated. Krogan children need the nutrients in those plants to survive. Even one clutch of babies hatch before we get the stuff synthesized. The effects would be permanent.
So what do you need from me?
I'm gonna find those thieves and get the vault back. Be nice to have you along.
Aren't the transports protected by passcodes? And how do you steal anything from a Krogan?
First thing Hart checked. Looks like some old authorization codes weren't erased. He was working in the transport and stepped out for 2 seconds. The thieves walked right in and flew off.
Of course I'm in. Whatever you need.
I knew I could count on you. Hark's waiting for us at the colony on Eladon. He's tracking down the transport beacon. He'll have the location ready for us on arrival.
Good. We'll find the transport track. Don't worry.
I'll hold you to that, Ryder. Hey. Thanks. I owe you one.
I'm not worried. You're good for it.